Alright, today we are going over how to get bigger lower lats, because we know that that's possible. Just like you can train different part of your chest if you are pushing towards it. If let's say that if it's your upper chest, you can do the same with your lower lats if you are pulling towards it. So if you are ready, if you've been watching my videos, you know that what I'm going to say, that it is going to be your setup and execution. And to train your lower lats, it's all about the amount of shoulder flexion angle you get. So that's going to be anything what's higher than 90 degree. This is the angle I'm talking about. And it's lower than 130 degree, because above this, there is no more lats. It is going to be your chest working to get you into this around 130 degree. And then from here, it is going to be your lats. So if you just stay within those degrees, you can probably expect the growth around your lower lats. But the thing is, whenever you are using a machine, there's a chance that you can't get yourself into this position because the machine is not set for that way. And for that, you can just adjust your body relative to your arm, and you can create that angle. You look here, the amount of shoulder flexion I get is just around 90 degrees. So this is going to bias the mid lats rather than the lower one. And all I have to do is just lean forward with my upper body and maintain this position. But this is just the setup. You also need the execution. And to train your lats, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is keep your elbow coming in front of your body, tucked in next to your side, and try to reach your hip with your elbow. You're never going to get there, but that's going to be the idea. Also, this common mistake, pulling your shoulders back rather than keeping it forward, because if you pull it back, if I only had a band to show you, it is just going to make your lats loose. So that's probably something what you would want to avoid. And also, this is something not many people talk about, but the V handle is not the best one. At least if you have the choice and the option to set it up for your own structure. Now this is fairly narrow. It is still going to work your lats, but it's just going to put you in an uncomfortable position. So what I prefer is using two D handles. And if your cable setup is a separated one, then you can do the same thing, or you can just attach here an S bar and put the D handles on it. By all means, if you don't have any of these options, or you just don't want to bother with the setup, even though it only takes like 1 minute, then you can still use the V handle. But just know that if there is a better option out there, it only takes you 10 seconds to set it up. Why wouldn't you do that? So first exercise, seated rowing, leaning forward, keeping your elbows in front of your body, neutral grip, and keeping my wrist neutral the whole time. And just imagine rowing your elbows back behind your body, but once you are next to your side, you don't want to go further back because it's only going to shift the focus to your red lats. And also there is another variation where you are kneeling on the floor, hooking yourself, you're anchoring your hip against the pad so you can stabilize yourself. And then all you have to do is just a tiny bit lean forward, and you already got this angle here. About the form, it is not going to change much. All you have to do is kneel on the same side where you are holding the handle, and then push your hip against the padding. And from here, lean a bit forward so you create this angle here and maintain this torso position. And then you are just dragging your elbow down next to your side. And when you are next to your body, you don't want to go further back, but imagine that you are dragging your elbow towards the midline of your body, so tucking it way more in. No surprise, the same can be said about the lat pull down. Even though you are going to exceed that shoulder flexion or arm angle relative to your own body, you don't have to care about that. I put on two D handles on the bar so it fits my structure better. The form is going to be pretty simple. All you are going to do is lean slightly back so nobody can notice it. Keep your shoulders forward, you don't want to pull them back, and just drag your elbow down to your side next to your body. You can also do the same with just one single handle, because let's say that some people don't have the option, they don't want to use the V handle because it's just uncomfortable. You can't get your elbow down to your side next to your body, so you can use just one D handle. Now the only problem with using one handle, that because of the length, you're running out of range of motion fairly quickly, so you can't go all the way up. And only because of that, I prefer to do it kneeling, so you still get the same amount of length without the weight touching down earlier. And about the form, is pretty simple. Lean a tiny bit back, keep your shoulders forward, and just imagine you're dragging your elbow down next to your side. And once you're there, That's the end of the range of motion. And this is the last variation. Some people don't like it because you have to get yourself a bench, which is really not too difficult. You just grab one, pull it towards the cables and leave it there. You just set the incline so you can lean against it, but it also doesn't stop you from getting this amount of shoulder flexion what you want to get. That's going to be anything in between 90 to 130 degrees. And the good thing about this setup is that you don't have to lean forward with your body because you can change the angle of the cable, just pull it higher up and you are already there set. And you can use the bench as a stability. Drag your elbow down next to your side and leave it there and just focus on pulling it towards the midline of your body. But at that point you are already going to run out of range of motion, so then you are descending back. And as you can see, your setup and execution will dictate what muscle you are going to train and where you can expect the growth. If you have a problem growing your pancakes, then watch this video next. Like, leave a comment, subscribe, and for coaching, hit the link in the description. Talk to you soon.